She give me top and I pipe down. Hey, she asked for top and I tell the whole pipe down. Bitch, give me pop like right now. Yeah, bitch, right now. I pop a Zango lights out. She give me top and I pipe down. Hey, she asked for top and I tell the whole pipe down. Bitch, give me pop.
Record back to another My Hero Academia video. And today we have a discussion video on the current arc in My Hero Academia, the winter internships. And I mean, this arc, like, I just wanted to drop a discussion video. You saw the title, you saw the thumbnail. Is Hawks and Endeavor going to die? And I have so many conflicted feelings about this arc and Endeavor and Hawks in the best ways possible, because like this arc so far, I was gonna do a hero talk on this arc originally. Episode 5 was gonna be about this. There was a poll on Twitter and that's what won. But I felt like I wanted to hold off on that because we're still really early on in this arc, and I wanted to give the chapters some time to come out, the story to unravel a little bit. But yeah, bro, like Hawks, we'll start with Hawks because I feel like that's we all know what it's hitting for with Hawks. He's gonna fucking die. Like let's be upfront and direct about it. Hawks is that guy. He's a fan favorite, even though he hasn't even debuted in the manga yet. He's gonna debut in the movie Heroes Rising before he gets a chance to even show up in the anime, honestly. But Hawks is a really dope character. I enjoy him a lot. But it's like, I'm pretty sure we all thought things were bad, like real bad for Hawks. Like when he was just like dabbling on with the League of Villains. Like, cause we pretty sure we all thought Dobby was gonna be on his ass at some point and like figure him out anyway. But then My Villain Academia arc happened and everything has escalated. The Liberation Army and the League of Villains came together and formed this fucking front. And now the League of Villains has all their resources and everything, and everything's just like it's Hawks is just in too deep, man. And it's like the way I can see this unfolding is like two ways I'll give you guys. The first one is like maybe they're already on the Hawks, like maybe, well, not all of them, but maybe like Dobby, because I'm pretty sure we all know, like based off of the end of the Pro Hero arc, Dobby has his suspicions about Hawks. He doesn't really trust him, but you know, he's still working with him to use him to get information on the hero side. This, that, and the third, and Hawks is using Dobby to get, well, now we know Hawks is like trying to relay messages to Endeavor, trying to get like the heroes prepared for what's coming, and shit is just a hot pile of fucking death and destruction. And it's like Hawks, man, it's just like every time I think about it, it's pretty much over for Hawks, unfortunately, because like Hawks is sending, like in those messages he sent to Endeavor, he's like, yo, we gotta find their insurgents, we have to locate and find the sympathizers, because like we don't know how many heroes are sympathizers for the liberation cause. We don't know any of that. We don't know how many of them there are. We don't know where they're at. It's just so, like, there's so many unknown variables for Hawks to find that he's doing way too much for me, in my opinion, in the sense that he's doing too much, that in the sense he's going to get found out. Like, it's unavoidable. He has to do this stuff. He has to locate the insurgents. He has to find out how many of them. He has to do all these things, or the heroes aren't going to stand a chance. But the fact that he has to do them, somebody at some point in the story is going to notice, and that's really just going to be Hawks' ass, unfortunately. As much as it sucks, because let's be real here, we all like Hawks. He's a great character. But the thing that comes to mind is like, and I'm probably gonna butcher this, the tale of Icarus. I think he flew too close to the sun and his wings burned. That's what I can think, because you know Hawks, his whole character thing has been like the kid who's too fast for his own good or whatever. He came up really fast, became a pro hero at like what, 18? So it's like, and he's like the number 2 hero at like 20 something. So it's like he's flown too fast for his own good. Now he's in like this super sketchy double agent mission. And shit is just brutal. And I feel like Hawks is gonna be another character along like with All Might, who's gonna have a really brutal death, and that shit is going to be, it's gonna be hype as fuck to see, but it's gonna be sad as shit because Hawks is a fan favorite. But let's start talking about Endeavor for a little bit, because I think Endeavor, he's going to make it out of this arc. But I have a whole video on like the fate of the Todoroki family on my channel. If I remember, I'll link it down in the description box below. But I think Horikoshi, since he's doing like this whole redemption arc for Endeavor, he's trying to form some kind of bond with Shoto. He's trying to like go back on his he's trying to like mend things with his family. And at some point, I don't think Endeavor can die until we get that face-to-face moment between Rei, Mama Todoroki, I forgot her name, I think it's Rei, probably not, and then Endeavor. Like, the two of them have to come face-to-face at some point, I feel like, before Endeavor can die as a character, because like we have to have that payoff. Like, he's working on things with the daughter, he's trying to mend things with Shoto, eventually the Natsuo, I feel like he's gonna come around at some point, and then the whole Toya thing, Dabi, the rumor, you know, that whole situation. So let me just give you a little bit of my thoughts on that real quick. I think Toya is Dabi. I'm one of those Dabi Toya sympathizers in that theory, because it makes too much sense not to happen. Like, I feel like Endeavor, he has to have some sort of reckoning for all the shit that he did in the past, like abusing his wife, his children, and all that stuff. So Dabi, I feel like, is going to be that reckoning. We haven't seen Dabi do anything significant in the story other than kill the sand hero, Snatch. And even that was just like, he felt remorse for that. So it's like, Dabi isn't really a villainous villain, to be honest. And it's just like, Endeavor and Dabi have to have like the end of that pro hero arc has to get paid off. Endeavor has to pay what he owes somewhere. And I really feel like that moment when after Endeavor makes up with his wife and like he's in a good place, and that is when the Horikoshi is going to pull the plug on him. And I don't think that's gonna happen in this arc, but I know for a fact at some point it is Endeavor's ass, and I am and that's gonna hit me, because like I really started liking Endeavor in the Pro Hero arc. Honestly, he became one of my favorite characters, and I really enjoy the guy. I think Fire is one of my favorite power types. I think the guy is great, and you know, I'm a sucker for a good redemption arc, you know, and he's just a guy trying to make right on the bullshit that he did in his lifetime. But let me clarify really quick. Do I think Dabi is capable of beating Endeavor in a one-on-one fight? Fuck no. There's no chance of that shit happening at all. Fuck no. There's no chance of that shit happening. But what I do think a scenario that could happen is like fucking Dabi and Endeavor could be face to face, and like Endeavor finds out that Dabi is in fact Toya, and then like I can't see like this current Endeavor wanting to fight Toya after everything he did to lead him to get to that point. And I think in that moment Endeavor might, you know, like the way I can see it, like I just can't for the life of me see Endeavor wanting to fight Toya and inflict more harm on him than he's already done to get him to be a League of Villains higher up. Like that's the ultimate failure as a hero. You pushed one of your kids to villainy. So I can't see Endeavor wanting to push the issue with that anymore, and as a result, it probably would get him killed. So that's how I think Endeavor is gonna go out eventually. Dabi/Toya is gonna be the one to do it. But I need to make a whole nother video on this whole Shigaraki nonsense that's going on, because that is just like a different beast, I feel like, and that requires its own video. Maybe I'll do like Hero Talk episode 5 on that, and then I'll sum up the entire arc in episode 6 after we get more chapters, and I can formulate some sort of cohesive thoughts on this whole arc as a whole. Because I feel like at the end of this arc we could get a time skip. We could be in the Age of Darkness, the villainy, like the Age of Villainy, whatever the fuck. But I've been Reezy. You guys just got back. This was a quick discussion video, but a couple announcements before I go. I'll be doing weekly anime reviews on top of my weekly manga reviews, because the anime is about to get lit as shit, and you know your boy's gonna be here to cover every moment of it. So look forward to that, guys. I've been Reezy. You guys just got wrecked, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Peace.